Hello everyone. Today I'll be going over the data management and resource management for the iText Detail Manager. The data management and resource management serve as a host for your data collections and your resources. Under data management, you can see a list of the data collections that have been added to this point, as well as a way to filter through them so it's easier to navigate through. Over on the right hand side, you can see a way to add any new data collection by first creating a name for it, then selecting the type of data you wish to upload. Currently, we only support JSON files. However, there are internal discussions on other data files we will support in the future. If we open up a data collection, you can see a preview of the data file here on the right hand side, as well as a way to edit the name and add or edit any description for it. Now, when you first create a data collection, you'll be prompted to add added data samples to it. And currently we have two data samples tied to this data collection, a US invoice data and a UK invoice data sample. Now, currently the US invoice is set as the default, so any templates tied to this data collection will show the US invoice within its template. Now, currently, if I go to that template tied to that data collection, you can see that currently the US address is being used because it's using the US invoice data. As well as when you preview or generate your template, you can see that the data sample is using the US invoice data by default. However, if we go back to our data collection and change it so that now the UK invoice is set as the default, we will be able to see the changes being made when we go back to our templates. Even under the thumbnail, you can see that the whole invoice has been changed to reflect the UK invoice data, as well as when you preview the template or generate it, the UK invoice data is now set as the default data sample. Now, anytime you update your data collection, a new version of it will be created. And the neat thing is that you can roll back to a previous version of your data collection without deleting any of the later versions of it. So you can see currently I have version 3 as a rollback to version 1, and I was able to create this version 3 without deleting version 2. And if needed, I could roll back to version 2 without deleting any of the other versions. So you could keep that, so it's better to keep track of your history. Now, under permissions is a way for you to add any security roles. We support 3 different types: administrator, global administrator, and template designer. And just for this demo purpose, I'll show a template designer security roles here, and you can see the action items associated with having a template designer security role. Under dependencies, you can see all of the templates that are tied to this data collection. And currently we have 2 different templates, one in development and one in post-development. Now, you can promote your templates from development to post-development or along the different stages of your own workspace promotion path. And as you do so, these templates are automatically deployed to the connected SDK instance. And you can set up your promotion path in your settings. Going through your instances, under API instance, you first need to connect any new instance by first just making a name for it, then typing in the instance API URL. Now, when you go to your promotion path here, you can actually add a promotion stage within your promotion path. We'll call this UAT. And then it will be prompted to add an instance to it. So SDK instance 3. However, you can also add multiple SDK instances within a single promotion stage. So if I wanted to do post-development, I could add another instance to this, and it will be saved as such. Now, if we go to your resource management, you can see a list of the resources that have been added to this point. And we currently support 3 different types of resources: images, which could be your company logo, fonts, and a style sheet. This helps you match your company's theme in case your company uses a specific line height, font size, or text color. Now, when you add in any new resource, for a style sheet, you will be prompted to type in your CSS syntax here, as well as creating a name for it, of course. If it's a font, then you can just drop in or select your font file here. And if it's an image, similarly, you can just drop your image file here. Now, if we go to a specific resource, you can see a thumbnail, a preview of that resource on the right-hand side, as well as a way to edit the name and add or edit any description for it. Now you can see we have a way to update your resource, which is great. So whenever you change your company's logo and you don't have to create a whole new resource, you could just update it here, and all the templates that are tied to this Resource will now show the new updated logo, so you don't have to manually go through every one and switch it, which makes a tedious process and less efficient. Now, as you can see under version history, permissions, and dependencies, it's just like the data collections, and even for the security roles, we have the three same types of security roles. And yeah, and that concludes the data management and resource management for the iText Detail Manager. Thank you all for tuning in.